Welcome back to Coin Collector Hub, your ultimate destination for everything rare, valuable, and fascinating in the world of coins. Today, we are diving deep into a remarkable piece of American numismatic history, the 1977 D. Roosevelt 1-cent coin. This humble penny is much more than just everyday change. It carries a rich story, intriguing history, and some surprising market value that every collector and enthusiast should know about. So, stay tuned as we uncover the full story behind the 1977 D. Liberty Roosevelt cent, from its origins to its value in today's market. To truly appreciate the 1977 D. Roosevelt cent, we need to take a step back and look at its origins. The Roosevelt cent series was first introduced in 1946, shortly after the death of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was a beloved leader known for guiding the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. The coin was designed to honor his legacy, particularly his connection to the March of Dimes campaign, a charity focused on combating polio, a disease Roosevelt himself battled. The Roosevelt design replaced the earlier Mercury dime design on the penny. The obverse, or front of the coin, features a detailed portrait of Roosevelt, crafted by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The reverse side, designed by Sinek as well, shows a simple, elegant depiction of a torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Now, the specific coin we are talking about today, the 1977 D. Roosevelt cent, was minted in Denver, as indicated by the small D mint mark on the reverse side near the date. The year 1977 was part of an era when pennies were primarily composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, before the composition change in 1982 when the penny switched to mostly zinc with a thin copper plating. The Denver Mint, one of the most prolific mints in the United States, produced millions of Roosevelt cents each year, including in 1977. These coins were mass-produced for everyday use, so they might not seem rare at first glance. However, the 1977 D penny holds a special place in collectors' hearts, not just for its design or historical significance but also for certain factors that affect its value today. So, what makes the 1977 D Roosevelt cent special, and why might it be worth big money in some cases? The key lies in the coin's condition, rarity in high grades, and any unique variations or errors that may appear. For most circulated pennies from 1977, the value is quite close to face value, just 1 cent. That's because millions of these coins were produced, making them very common. However, when you find a 1977 D penny in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially graded highly by professional services like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, the value can rise significantly. Collectors highly prize these pristine specimens because they show no signs of wear and retain all their original luster and sharp details. In terms of numbers, an uncirculated 1977 D Roosevelt cent can fetch anywhere from $5 to over $50, depending on the exact grade and eye appeal. Exceptional proof coins or those with rare minting errors can command even higher prices. For example, some coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or other unusual minting mistakes have been known to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But the true gem in the market is the coin's current estimated market worth. As of today, a top-grade 1977 D Roosevelt cent can be valued around $543, especially if certified as a flawless mint state 65 or above. This is an impressive appreciation considering the coin's humble beginnings as everyday pocket change. The 1977 D penny is a fascinating coin because it sits at the crossroads of mass production and collectible rarity. While most people overlook pennies, collectors know that condition and eye appeal can create significant value. The 1977 D strikes a great balance. It's common enough to find, but scarce enough in top grades to be highly sought after. Furthermore, some 1977 D pennies show subtle errors that can boost their value dramatically. Whether it's double dies on the obverse or reverse, die cracks, or planchet flaws, these variations are prized by error collectors. Such coins often turn up at auctions and specialized coin shows, drawing competitive bidding. Finding a high-grade 1970 penny in circulation today is like striking gold. It requires patience, a sharp eye, and sometimes a bit of luck. Coin roll hunting and careful examination of pennies pulled from circulation are popular methods collectors use to find these treasures. If you're thinking about investing in pennies, the 1977 Roosevelt cent is a great choice to start with. Its solid history, connection to an iconic president, and the possibility of discovering valuable high-grade or rare specimens make it a rewarding coin for both new and experienced collectors. To sum it all up, the 1977 Liberty Roosevelt 1-cent coin is more than just pocket change. It's a small piece of American history, a tribute to a beloved president, and a hidden treasure with significant value in the collector's market. From its striking design and mass production to its rare high-grade and rare varieties, this penny has earned a respected place in the world of numismatics. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1977 Roosevelt cent, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and leave a comment if you have any questions or want to share your own coin finds. Thanks for watching Coin Collector Hub, where every coin has a story, and every story is worth collecting. Today, we are diving deep into one of America's most beloved and iconic coins, the 1978 Liberty Roosevelt 1-cent. This coin, though small in size, carries with it a rich legacy that is worth exploring in detail. So, whether you are a seasoned collector, a history buff, or simply curious about coins, stick around because this video is packed with fascinating facts and valuable insights. The 1978 Liberty Roosevelt 1-cent, commonly known simply as the 1978 Lincoln penny, is a staple of American coinage. This penny belongs to the Lincoln cent series that began in 1909 and continues to this day, making it the longest-running coin series in United States history. Featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, this coin symbolizes not just currency but a piece of American heritage. To truly appreciate the 1978 penny, it's essential to understand the history behind the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person rather than symbolic figures like Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Lincoln's portrait on the front and originally had 2 wheat ears on the back, which earned it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This new reverse remained on the penny from 1959 until 2008. The 1978 penny, therefore, carries this classic Lincoln Memorial reverse. The 1978 penny features a detailed, right-facing profile of Abraham Lincoln wearing a suit and bow tie. Around the rim, the inscriptions read, "In God We Trust." At the top, Liberty on the left, and the date, 1978, on the right. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, an architectural masterpiece located in Washington, D.C., with the words, "United States of America," and 1 cent, clearly visible. The phrase, "E pluribus unum," is positioned above the memorial. The coin's diameter measures 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness of 1.52 millimeters, and it weighs 3.11 grams. Made primarily of copper, 95% copper and 5% zinc at that time, the 1978 penny has a distinctive reddish-brown color that collectors often cherish. The 1978 Lincoln cent was produced at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Philadelphia pennies from that year lack the mint mark, while Denver pennies carry a small D below the date. Millions of these coins were struck, over 6 billion in total, making it a very common coin in circulation. Despite its large production, the 1978 penny holds a special place for collectors because of several minor variations and rare errors that occurred during its minting process. These varieties can make certain 1978 pennies much more valuable than the typical circulation coin. The 1978 penny was released during a period when the penny was still widely used for everyday transactions. At the time, the U.S. economy was going through a period of inflation and economic challenges, but the penny remained an essential part of commerce. People used pennies for making change, paying tolls, and other small purchases. Unlike today, where the use of pennies is sometimes debated, in 1978 the penny was a crucial coin that represented the face value of 1 cent and was part of many cash transactions daily. Thousands of households, businesses, and banks circulated millions of these pennies for decades. Now, let's talk about value, one of the most exciting aspects for collectors and enthusiasts alike. The vast majority of 1978 pennies in circulated condition are worth only their face value, which is 1 cent. However, condition is everything in coin collecting. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition can command higher prices. An uncirculated 1978 penny graded MS60 or higher by professional grading services can be worth between 25 cents and a few dollars depending on the coin's quality. The better the strike and the more pristine the coin's condition, the higher its value. Certain rare varieties or mint errors, such as doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes, can push the value much higher. Collectors highly seek these anomalies, and depending on rarity and condition, some 1978 penny errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In recent years, the market for Lincoln cents has remained steady. While modern pennies aren't the big money, coins like rare silver dollars or gold coins, some 1978 pennies have quietly gained value in the collector's market due to their historic significance and condition rarity. As of now, a typical circulated 1978 Lincoln penny is still worth around 1 cent, but uncirculated examples range from $1 to $10 on average. If you find a mint error, that could increase significantly, sometimes pushing the value over $50 or more. The interesting part is that due to the massive quantities minted, these coins are everywhere. But with so many collectors worldwide, demand keeps the price stable and even rising for the best quality specimens. While the 1978 Lincoln cent isn't commonly considered a big money coin in the sense of millions of dollars like some ultra-rare coins, its value in circulation is still noteworthy for collectors. There are stories of collectors finding valuable varieties or pristine pennies in their change, turning a few cents into a few $100s. Due to its iconic status and the fact that Lincoln pennies have been minted continuously for over 100 years, many collectors consider the 1978 penny a foundational coin in any American coin collection. Its long-standing popularity ensures that its value remains consistent. You might ask, why focus on a coin so common? The answer lies in the historical, cultural, and numismatic significance. The 1978 penny is a symbol of a continuing legacy, representing America's 16th president and the country's heritage. It bridges generations and reminds us of the importance of currency in everyday life. For beginners, the 1978 penny is an affordable way to start collecting. For experts, it offers opportunities to hunt for rare varieties and mint errors. It's a coin that tells a story and carries value far beyond its 1 cent denomination. If you want to collect 1978 pennies or add them to your collection, here are a few tips. Look for coins in the best possible condition, with sharp details and no damage. Check for mint marks. Philadelphia pennies have no mark, Denver pennies have a D. Be on the lookout for rare mint errors such as doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. Consider having valuable pennies professionally graded for authenticity and condition. Store your coins in a cool, dry place away from excessive handling to maintain their value. In summary, the 1978 Liberty Roosevelt 1 cent is much more than just a penny. It represents a century-old tradition of honoring President Lincoln, a coin that has passed through millions of hands, witnessed American history, and continues to fascinate collectors worldwide. Though most 1978 pennies are worth only a cent, the rare uncirculated specimens and mint errors have a market value that can reach $543 or more, making them an exciting find for collectors. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1978 Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things coin collecting. Drop a comment below if you have a 1978 penny in your collection or if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Thanks for watching Coin Collector Hub. See you in the next video, where we uncover more hidden treasures from the fascinating world of coins. Today, we are diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1979 Liberty Roosevelt 1-cent coin. This small copper penny holds a rich story, unique characteristics, and a value that might surprise you. So, buckle up, and let's explore the legacy, rarity, and current market worth of this classic United States coin. The Roosevelt penny, officially known as the Liberty Roosevelt 1-cent, is a coin that has been a staple in American currency since it was first introduced in 1946. This design was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who passed away in 1945. The penny's design, by the renowned sculptor John R. Sinek, features a dignified portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse side, a tribute to a president who left a lasting impact on the nation. The reverse side showcases an olive branch, symbolizing peace, and a torch, representing liberty, hence the name Liberty Roosevelt penny. This design has been in circulation with only minor changes for decades, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The 1979 D. Roosevelt penny was minted at the Denver Mint, identifiable by the D Mint mark located on the obverse, just below the date. During 1979, the United States Mint produced a significant number of pennies to meet the demands of a growing economy and everyday commerce. Despite the high mintage, the 1979 D penny carries interesting nuances that intrigue collectors today. In 1979, the Denver Mint struck over 1.4 billion Roosevelt pennies. This massive output means the coin is generally common, but that doesn't mean it lacks collectible appeal. The high mintage gave rise to some notable varieties and mint errors that collectors seek. For example, there are some 1979 D pennies with double die obverse or minting errors such as die cracks and double dies that add to the intrigue and value for collectors. The standard 1979 D Roosevelt penny is made of a copper alloy composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, maintaining the traditional composition that had been consistent for pennies until the switch to zinc cores in later decades. So, what about the value of the 1979 D Liberty Roosevelt penny? For the average coin found in circulation, the value is typically around its face value, 1 cent. But for collectors, things get much more interesting. The true value of a 1979 D penny depends heavily on its condition. Coins graded at the lower end, showing wear and tear from everyday use, remain worth just a few cents over face value. However, uncirculated examples in mint condition can fetch considerably higher prices. For example, a 1979 D penny graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services can be worth anywhere from $5 to $15 or more, depending on the market demand. But the real money is in the rarer mint errors and varieties. Certain double die obverse coins or specimens with striking mint defects can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. One especially rare 1979 D penny variant is the double die obverse, which is highly sought after by collectors worldwide. While the overall production was large, these unique varieties make the 1979 D penny a coin worth examining closely. Collectors prize these pennies for their subtle differences that tell stories about the minting process and the history behind each coin. The 1979 D Roosevelt penny is also a popular piece for those completing a Roosevelt penny collection or looking to understand U.S. mint history. It reflects an era when pennies were still primarily copper and represents a stable period in U.S. coinage before the changes that came in the 1980s and beyond. Currently, the market value of a standard 1979 D Roosevelt penny in circulated condition remains close to 1 cent to a few cents. However, high-grade uncirculated coins can range from $5 up to $20, depending on the grade and demand. Rare era coins from this year, especially the double die verse varieties, have recently been valued around hundreds or more, with some particularly pristine examples reaching values of $543 or higher among dedicated collectors. This number can fluctuate based on auction results and collector interest, but it highlights how a seemingly ordinary penny can be worth a significant amount when rarity and condition align. For collectors and investors, the 1979 D penny represents a low-cost entry point with potential for growth, especially if you can find those unique mint-era coins or high-grade specimens. It's also a reminder that every coin has a story and value beyond its face. If you're looking to add the 1979 D Liberty Roosevelt penny to your collection, here are a few tips. Check the mint mark. The D on the coin indicates Denver Mint origin. Examine the coin's surface for signs of wear. Mint condition coins with full luster are most valuable. Look for errors like doubled dies or die cracks. These can greatly increase value. Consider having valuable coins professionally graded for certification. Keep coins in protective holders to maintain condition. In summary, the 1979 D Liberty Roosevelt 1-cent coin may seem like just another penny to many, but it carries a rich legacy, collectible appeal, and hidden value beneath its modest surface. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer looking to explore American coinage, this penny offers a fascinating glimpse into U.S. history, minting practices, and investment potential. So next time you find a 1979 D penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a little piece of history that could be worth much more than its face value. Thanks for watching Coin Collector Hub. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth coin stories and collecting tips. Leave a comment below if you own a 1979 D Roosevelt penny or have questions about coin collecting. Until next time, keep hunting those coins and happy collecting. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after coins in modern American numismatics, the 2000 D Roosevelt Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a must-know piece in your collection, and we are going to explore everything about it, from its rich history to why it commands such big money in circulation and its current market value. So grab your magnifying glasses, and let's get right into it. To truly appreciate the 2000 D Roosevelt 1-cent coin, we first need to understand the legacy behind the design and the origin of this penny series. The Roosevelt penny was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Roosevelt was a highly influential figure, best known for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as for founding the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio, a disease that affected him personally. The original design was created by the sculptor John R. Sinek and features a detailed profile of Roosevelt on the obverse side of the coin. The reverse side for decades showcased a simple wheat design, known as the wheat ears reverse, which was replaced in 1959 by the iconic Lincoln Memorial design to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 150th birthday. Fast forward to the year 2000, the United States Mint continued to strike the Roosevelt penny with the Lincoln Memorial reverse, and among those was the 2000 D penny, minted in Denver. This penny is part of a long-standing series that remains in circulation today, making it a coin that bridges modern American history with the present. The 2000 D Roosevelt penny is made primarily from copper-plated zinc. Starting in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from the older composition of 95% copper to a composition of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. This change was driven by the rising cost of copper. The obverse features a clean, crisp profile of Roosevelt, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 2000, along with the Denver Mint mark, D, below the date, indicating its place of origin. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design that has become synonymous with the penny for most Americans born after the mid-20th century. The phrase, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent, are also prominently displayed. You might wonder how a coin minted in the year 2000, a relatively recent year, could be of any significant value or rarity. The answer lies in the nuances of minting errors, collector interest, and condition. The 2000 D penny was produced in very high quantities, with the Denver Mint striking over 5 billion pennies that year alone. Despite the vast number in circulation, very few have survived in pristine mint condition. Most pennies from that year have suffered wear and tear from circulation, making high-grade examples rare and highly desirable to collectors. Additionally, certain varieties and minting errors related to this coin have been discovered by eagle-eyed numismatists. These include doubled dies, repunched mint marks, and other subtle anomalies that can drastically increase a coin's value if certified by grading authorities. While the face value of the 2000 Roosevelt penny is 1 cent, its collector value can be significantly higher. For a typical circulated coin, the value is generally just a bit above face value, perhaps a few cents at best. However, when you consider uncirculated specimens or those graded by professional services like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, the value jumps dramatically. Mint State 65 or higher coins can fetch prices ranging from $10 to $50. Exceptional specimens graded MS67 or MS68 have been known to sell for over $100 in auctions. But the true magic lies in error coins from this year. For example, a doubled die or an off-center strike can propel the coin's value into the thousands, depending on the rarity and the quality of the error. The presence of billions of these coins in circulation means that while most are common, the hunt for rare, flawless, or error specimens is what keeps this coin relevant and exciting in the numismatic community. As of 2025, the average collector's market places a pristine 2000 Roosevelt 1 cent coin in the range of $50 to $543. The wide range is due to factors such as grading, eye appeal, and rarity of any errors or varieties present on the coin. Coins certified as Mint State 67 or above with exceptional eye appeal and original mint luster are commanding upwards of $500 on the secondary market. This is a remarkable premium for a penny that cost 1 cent at the time it was minted. If you happen to own a 2000 Roosevelt penny in perfect condition or discover an error variant, you could be sitting on a small fortune. It is always recommended to get your coins professionally graded to determine their true value and authenticity before attempting to sell or trade them. The 2000 Roosevelt penny stands out because it combines the rich history of one of America's most beloved presidents with the thrill of modern coin collecting. It is accessible to new collectors due to its relative abundance, yet still offers the excitement of finding rare, high-grade, or error examples. Furthermore, as copper prices fluctuate, and the U.S. Mint continues to explore changes to coin composition, modern pennies like the 2000 serve as historical snapshots of American currency production at the turn of the millennium. So there you have it, folks. The 2000 Roosevelt Liberty 1 cent coin is much more than just a simple penny. It carries with it a fascinating history, a story of presidential tribute, and a potential goldmine for collectors lucky enough to find one in outstanding condition. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth videos on rare coins and collectibles. Don't forget to ring the bell to get notified whenever we post new content. And hey, if you own a 2000 penny, share your story or pictures in the comments below. We love seeing your finds. Thanks for watching Coin Collector Hub, and remember, every coin has a story. Keep collecting, and keep those coins shining.